Parts of the Northeast drenched by heavy rain and hail after deadly storms pounded the South and Midwest. As dozens of tornadoes ripped through 7 states, killing at least 40 people, uprooting trees and dismantling homes and businesses.
Oh my God.
The strongest confirmed twister, a powerful EF4 in Jackson County, Arkansas. This monster funnel cloud seen in Mississippi. As frightening scenes broke out across the state.
I was holding my wife to my chest and just watching everything disappear and watching everything get ripped out and away from me.
And in neighboring Alabama, one possible tornado strong enough to toss a bus onto a high school. Farther west, high winds are still wreaking havoc. As wildfires rage across Texas and Oklahoma, the frightening flames and high winds being blamed for at least 4 deaths. And a Kansas dust storm causes highway pileup where 8 people died.
I have vehicles crashing behind me. This is extremely volatile, very hazardous situation.
Back in Mississippi, resilience rising above the rubble as a recovery begins.
When you look at the devastation around you, are you just grateful?
I'm just thankful to be alive. The important thing is that me and my family are safe.
We are now seeing the aftermath of a weekend of severe and deadly extreme weather. At least 42 killed, 6 right here in Mississippi alone. When you take a look at the devastation, the scope of the damage, we're actually told that this happened in a matter of seconds. We spoke with a homeowner who lives on this property, and she told us at the height of the storms, when she got those alerts, she hid in the middle of this home, her safe space, a cubbyhole. But then she heard the walls caving in, the ceiling drop. There's no longer a roof. Her belongings scattered everywhere. And just to give you a sense of how destructive and damaging these winds were, if you take a look over my shoulder, you can see the metal twisted in the limbs of this tree. Incredibly, the homeowner made it out alive without a scratch. And we're hearing stories of survival pretty much all across the South and the Midwest. There was an outbreak of tornadoes across 7 states, including Missouri, 12 dead in that state. Entire communities flattened, uprooted trees. Also in Alabama, we saw a bus actually pulled onto a high school. That's how destructive these winds were. And of course, we're still monitoring wildfire dangers in Texas as well as Oklahoma. But back here in Mississippi, a bit of good news. The 3 reported missing over the weekend, they've all been found alive. Back to you.
Well, in what's been a string of severe weather, violent weather across at least 6 states for the last 3 days, Missouri has gotten some of the worst of it. You can see what tornadoes did to this tiny community, Villa Ridge, just outside of St. Louis, tearing down trees and power lines, ripping apart homes and scattering people's belongings just for miles here. This is an area that has been devastated by the tornadoes. At least 6 confirmed tornadoes here in Missouri alone. They expect that number to climb above a dozen once everything is said and done. And they've lost at least 12 people here. 12 victims of the storm have died as a result of this. Across the country, again, 6 states dealing with severe weather. As many as 40 people killed in those storms. And now the cleanup begins for so many communities, trying to piece together what they can, find anything that may be left in the midst of all of this mess, and then start to clear things away. And we're seeing crews out about right now, power crews doing what they can, and then teams coming in to try and clear away some of the biggest debris. It's going to be a long process, one that's going to take some time. And coming back, even talking to some of the people who call this place home, they say they're coming back, but they do realize that's going to take some time, and it's just beginning right now. That's the latest right now from here in Villa Ridge. I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.